We're recording. Just kind of keep an eye on the time. For some reason, I can't get this thing to watch my time. I don't know why. Anyway, I'll have to figure that out someday. But I don't want to go over 15 minutes on this, and it shouldn't. It should only take about 10. Alright, so we're going to do 1, 2. And what did we do yesterday? We talked about measuring. Well, we talked about labeling things and that kind of stuff. Now we're going to talk about measurement. Okay, linear measure is what they call this thing. And we're going to go. Let's just go right to the example, and I'll teach a couple things within the example. All right. It says find the length of line segment AB using the ruler. Okay, well that's not too hard, and that's what this is. This is line segment. We didn't talk about a segment yesterday, did we? We just talked about lines and planes and points and stuff. But a line segment, it has a beginning and it has an end. Whereas a line, what does it do? It just keeps
goes infinitely in all directions.
That's right. It keeps on going in both directions. But a line segment starts and stops, doesn't it? Okay. So on a line segment, this is how we draw our little symbol for a line segment. We use 2 capital letters, just like we did when it was a line. But this time there's no arrows. Do you see the arrows are missing? All right. So we don't have any arrows right here. So that means it's a line segment, which means you can measure it. If it has a beginning and it has an end, you should be able to measure it. Follow me? If it's a line, can you really measure the length of a line? No, because it's infinite. It keeps on going forever. But a line segment you should be able to measure, so that's what we're doing. Notice, we're going to see something a little bit later on, very, very soon, but a little bit later on. Look what they did. They wrote the word length. Find the length of line segment AB. Keep that in mind. Okay, put that in the back of your head. You got it? Store it away. We're going to bring that up here in a second after we do a couple examples here. All right? So if you look at this, find the length of it. This is in millimeters, so you know we're doing millimeters. So what is it? It starts at 0, doesn't it? And it goes all the way to what? About 42? All right. Yeah, some say 43, some say 42. We'd have to approximate if we weren't sure. All right, so let's see what they say. It's marked in millimeters, and they say about 42. And they say it's closer to 42. And if you said 43, you know, it looks like it's a little shy of 43. Yeah, that's about 42 is pretty close. That's good enough. That's easy. All right. Again, notice what they said. Again, I'm bringing attention to this because in a second you won't see this. All right. It says find the length of. They actually write the words out, don't they? Find the length of line segment AB.
4.5.
This is in centimeters. So what is it? 4.5 what? Centimeters. Okay, make sure you put down the units, because if I just said it's 4.5, does that make any sense? It could be 4.5 millimeters. It could be 4.5 miles, right? And it's a big difference, isn't it? All right, so make sure we use the units, and that's centimeters, all right? There we go. And you understand this is in fourths, right? You've done that before. So if it ended right here, what would it be? 4 1/4, or if you want to go decimal, what would it be? 4.25, right? Okay, easy, easy, easy. All right. Now, watch this. Here's a little example with the boing, boing, boing thing, okay? So what's that going to be? It's in centimeters, and it's approximate, and you got 4 choices. What do you think?
9.
Let's do the AB. How many say A? How many say B? Ooh, lots of. How many say, must be right. How many say C? Okay, a few of you. How many say D? All right.
I was kidding. Say,
Wait, it's
yeah, now you see. Boing, boing, boing. All right. Why is it 18? Because look, this is in centimeters. This is not, you know, you saw the 1.8, okay, but it's not 1.8 millimeters. It would be 1.8 what? Centimeters. You see that? So they tricked you a little bit. All right. So it's 18 millimeters. You got it? Okay. Again, they say, what have I been making a point of, and you have no idea why I'm saying this? They write out the word, don't they? Find the length of line segment ON, and they put the little symbol for line segment on top of it. Now this is easy. This is not a, one that they're trying to trick you or anything. What's that going to be? All right. Let's see. Boing, boing, boing. There you go. 2. Easy. All right, now watch the. Oh, they still put the word length in there.
Delaware.
Delaware? Is that? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, find the length of Delaware. Okay, it's 3. All right, it's easy. It's 3 inches. All right, easy. Find the length of. Again, it says length of, doesn't it? All right, what's that going to be?
It's 2 3/4.
Yeah, Yeah, 2 3/4, 2.75, because that would be it's split up into 4 equal sections, so they're fourths, so that would be 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. You got it. Easy. Cool. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh, we still do this. Enough of that. What's that? Real quick. Okay. All right. And let's keep going.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, I'm tired of the sound effect. Okay, the length of, what's that going to be? All right, there you go. Boing, boing, boing. Is that right? All right. Look at this. Now this is a new section, and we're gonna start writing it a little bit after this. All right. Oh. We're talking about a point being between two other points. Look at it. If I said M is between P and Q, for some reason a lot of people think if I say M is between P and Q, some people think, oh, it's right in the middle of P and Q. But is that necessarily what it means?
No.
No. Okay, it doesn't mean that at all. Like if I had Ben on one side, me on the other side, I say Christian is in between us. Is he smack in the middle?
No.
No.
We're closer to
Okay, right. But I'm on one side, Ben's on the other side, right? And Christian's right somewhere in between. You follow me? So it doesn't have to mean right in the middle, right in, exactly halfway. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about midpoint and that kind of thing. But it means between. So look what we have. If M is in between, that means PM and MQ. What do they do to form PQ? PM and MQ. What do they do to form this whole entire PQ right here? What mathematical thing do they do?
They did like the segment. Well, it's like the beginning and the last.
Okay, yeah, it's a beginning and the last one, right? Okay. I guess you could say line segment PM and QM do intersect at M, but that's not what I'm looking for. What do you think? What do they do? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. In fact, they even give a big hint right there, don't they? Okay. They say they add up. Well, check this out. You all right? Okay. This thing right here. What's missing on here? It's talking about line segment PM, isn't it? But they don't have that little line over. Did they just forget?
No.
No, they didn't. Remember I was making a big deal about this earlier when they wrote the word the length of the segment? Well, they don't have to always write the length of the segment every single time. When you're talking about the length of a segment, what they can do is just put the 2 letters and not put any symbol over top of it. All right? If they don't put any symbol over top of it, it automatically means what? The length of the segment. Okay? The length of the segment. So you don't have to actually physically write the words, the length of line segment, blah, blah, whatever. Okay? You can just write PM, nothing over top of it. What does that mean? That means the length of that line segment. It's a little bit, I'm being a little bit picky. I'm being a little bit, I don't know, careful, I guess. But you'll see where it comes into play. All right, that's it for that part. Let's close this out. And we'll exit that, and bring this thing up, close it out, and hopefully I didn't go past what time? At 8 minutes, so that's good. So I'll stop that.